Hi everyone. So today I'm starting to do a lead code challenge, and I will do it daily starting today, March 1. Okay, let's look at today's question. 443 string compression. So in this question, it says that we have characters. Will be given a array of characters, chars, and we need to compress this in such a way that we need to modify this characters array in place. Like suppose if this is a okay, then we need to modify this in place in such a way that it will become like this. So how many a's are there? 4 a's, right? Consecutive a's. So we need to replace. So a is 4 times, and there is b, next unique character. What is the next unique character? B is 2 times. Suppose there is e also. Okay, so here we are looking at b, right? So b is 2 times, right? And now what are we going to write next? Then next is e, right? So e is 1 time. So if the character is just occurring 1 time, then we are not writing 1. So we are not writing anything, we are just writing e only. Only if the character is occurring more than once, then we are writing the count. Okay, and now the next unique character is c, right? So c is occurring 3 times. So we have changed this in place, right? Until here. So we have changed until here, until this point. And what we need to return is, we need to return the length of the new array. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we need to we return 7 in this case. Okay, yeah, this is the question. And the interesting thing is that we do not need to change the remaining characters. We are just keeping remaining characters as it is. We don't even need to pop and remove, and so we just can keep the remaining characters as it is. We just need to compress like this and return the length of this compressed new array. Yeah, so if we are looking at this compressed array, then we can see that a is coming 4 times, b is coming 2 times, right? A is 2 times, 4 times, b is 2 times, e is just 1 time, and c is 3 times. Yeah, so this is how we are decompressing like this, and we are compressing this to this in this way. And another interesting thing here is that suppose if there is b like more than 10 times, then we would not write b 10 like this. Okay, we would write 1 0 like this. So so if b was occurring 212 times, then we would write b 2 1 2. Okay, not 2 1 2. So that is the thing. Yeah, this is it, guys. Yeah, this is it. But here I'm just returning back and reverting back. So b is occurring 2 times. So this is it. So how to do this question? How to do that? What is the solution? So the solution is that it is pretty straightforward, isn't it? So what we did is just we counted how many times the unique character is coming, and then we are just adding it. We are just replacing it. So a 4 times, b 2 times, right? So what we can do is we can just keep a pointer I here, which traverses through the array and keeps the count of the unique character, right? A is coming 4 times, b is 2 times, e 1 time, c 3 times. So this I pointer will traverse through the array and then keep count of the unique characters. And there will be another pointer. That pointer will be like, suppose say w, where we write. Okay, so short form for write w. So w is where we will yeah, so w is where we will write a new character. Suppose a, so suppose the count. Okay, so the count will be 0 in the beginning, right? So I is here. Now the count will be 1. Now I will increment I, the count is 2, right? And then I will increment, the count will be, at this place count will be 4. And now if I increment to B, then I know that this character is not equal to previous character, right? So it means that I already, so it means that the previous unique character has reached to its full limit. So A is 4, A is occurred 4 times, right? So I will write A at this position and then increment W and write 4 at this position, right? And then increment W again. So this is the, so W is the writing position, next writing position. Now B, so I will reset the count to 1. So B is 1 time, B has occurred 1 times. Now I will increment I. B has occurred 2 times. Now I will increment I, and I can see that this is not equal to the previous character, right? E is not equal to the previous character. So when characters I is not equal to previous character, right? If it is not equal to previous character, then it means that then write previous character, and its count to the array, isn't it? So we know that this is not equal, right? E is not equal to B. So we will write previous character, this B, and count to the array, right? So we will write it B and increment W, and we will let its count 2 and increment W, okay? And we will reset the count again. And now this is not equal, right? Again C is not equal to E. So we will write previous character and its count to the array. So there I will write E, and since count is equal to 1, so I will not write anything. So yeah, since count is equal to 1, so I will not write anything here, and count is reset to 1, and then count C, okay. Now I've reached to the end of the array, and the count will be equal to 3 at this point. So here I will write C, increment W, and I will write 3 here, the count of C. So this is it, and I will increment W. So at last I will return. So this is our compressed array, right? So this is our compressed array, and at last I will return W, because W will be equal to the length of this array, because W is just after this, W's position is just after the end position. So yeah, so let's write the code. The thing is that first of all W will start from the beginning, and I will also start from the beginning, and count, there will be count also. So count will be 0 in the beginning, and while I each, we can just say that for, because we are incrementing I, right? So we don't even need to instantiate here. For let I is equal to 0, I is less than chars dot length I plus plus. What we need to do is we need to so we can just say that count is equal to 1 in the beginning, and we can just start from the second position, okay? Because we can just start from the second position here, and we can just compare if chars. So this is the previous we can const previous character will be equal to chars I minus 1, right? And constant current character, it will be equal to chars I, right? And if current character is not equal to previous character, then we should if it is equal, then we just need to increment the count, right? But if it is not equal, then what should you do? If it is not equal, then yeah, right, if it is not equal, then we should write previous character and its count to the array, isn't it? So how to write the previous character and its count to the array? In the right position, right? We should write in the right position. So so characters right will be equal to previous character, and we should increment w as well, and characters, and only if count is greater than 1, then we should write count as well, right? So, and after we write the count, we should reset the count to 1, right? So how should we write the count now? We should write the count like, first of all, we should change the count to string. So count will be equal to count dot to string, and then we can just loop through count and then write. We can just loop through the count and then just write. Suppose if the count is 1 1 2, then it will be written 1 1 and 2 at characters array, right? And at last we are resetting one count to 1. Yeah, that's it. And we should do until characters dot length, because I just put this equals to here because I need to write C also at last, right? So when I reaches to the end, the i's value will be equal to when I reaches to end, then previous character will be equal to C, and this will be equal to undefined, right? So this will not be equal to C is not equal to undefined, so it will go to this one and write C to the previous character and count as well. I think this should work, and at last we should return W. Okay, it got accepted.